and tell strangers about how you excite every molecule of my being. This is how much I will love you. I will love you until the red rivers in my body become dry, and my bones are worn down to nothing more than dust. I will love you even after the initial honeymoon high, and I will love you underneath all the layers of lust. I will love you, I will love you, I will love you, and I will hope that that will be enough. Thank you.
She's a filmmaker, everybody. She's a filmmaker, not a weather person. What was the role?
A news anchor?
She was a news anchor.
I did that for 2 seconds for school.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to start reading all the stuff underneath the picture. I just flip and look at the picture. If the picture looks happy, then I'm happy. It's like, oh, an artist with a job. This is great. I love it. That's how it's hard. Wow. I was like, okay. 2 seconds. It looks so real. Yeah. Try it again maybe later in life. Not right now, but, just in case you need benefits. That's, yes. Now since we have an older crowd, I guess I should ask, I have to make, so I am single, but that's not unusual. I've been single for, but you guys have grandfathers and uncles that are probably my age. I don't know. So I guess your great uncles and granddads, tell them because I'm being single and I'm going to have to retire here very soon. And I'm going to need a farm, some land, and what's that? And some benefits. Let me tell you, years ago, there was a song, Thinking of a Master Plan, and that's where I am. So yeah, just that's land. Yes. So yeah. Yes. Land that's owned by him, like nobody else, not the ex-wife. When something happens to him, I get. And he needs to know how to work the land, and we need to have cattle and stuff like that. We need to be able to live off this land, is what I'm saying, because it's about to get crazy. But anyway, I'm just saying. We need to have residual money. We need to be able to do and go places and stuff like that. He kind of needs to be an artist, but the family don't have to know that he's really an artist. He's working all the time. Okay? It's a lot of stuff you got to think about when you're thinking about, don't just get married, people. Think about how it's going to work in the plan after, just in case one of those love poems show up. Don't work, get stalkerish. I'm going to love you forever and never, and then it's over. Well, I'm going to still love you, and he can still have his girlfriend or whatever, but I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all still good? I like your shirt that says DAP. That's funny and neat. DAP, like in Gap, it's DAP. That's cool. DAP. Is the DAP right? Who is that? I don't know. Is that a rapper? A designer. Is he local? He's New York. Dapper Dan. I must look him up. Okay, real quick, and then I'll move over to the show. So I used to work for the Omni, so people would come in, they were famous, and there's this guy, Tyler, the Creator. What's his name? He's very nice. He's very, very, very nice. I had no clue, and all the little girls were like, "Oh, his real name. You were just talking to," and I was like, okay. And so I would talk to all these rappers, and they would come back, and they would be like, "Hey, I need to talk to my real name is Brenda, Miss Brenda," and they would be like, "Oh God," and yeah. So Tyrese, the only person that didn't want to talk to me, that was my age group, and I knew who he was. The only person that did He didn't want to talk to me though, but he's gorgeous in person. For those of us who know Tyrese Beckford. Hi, I want you youngsters, Google him. Google him. Google the old time. Don't Google this new one that Jaguar is looking for, because it happened right after what Jaguar said he was missing, and then he was because he was in Dallas hanging out with me. So, yeah, I was like, oh my God, it's him. They haven't gotten him. Okay, I thought they had cloned him, which would have been okay with me. Yes, but he's beautiful. Do y'all see those pictures? You need to pass the cameras, the phones around if you need to see Tyler Beck. Oh, woo, yeah. You looking at the shirts with the no shirts on? Tyson, that's whatever. Tyler's an ugly guy. He's not really a good-looking kid, but he's a sweetheart. He's very nice. What's his name? Yeah, Tyson is beautiful, but the creator is not a good-looking kid, but he's so sweet. So sweet. I don't think he's a good-looking kid, but he's sweet. Is he? Maybe it was the wrong guy. I don't know. But he's a sweet guy. He was really sweet and everything. His whole crew, or whatever it is you gotta say. Crew, is that? And he was dressed really funky because he is the creator. Yes. Anyway, so that happened. Okay, so, I just forgot the lineup. So, y'all, Miss Vicky was supposed to be on this show, but Miss Vicky got ill. And you know what? It's been so long since I had Miss Vicky on the show, and then the one time I said, hey, Miss Vicky, come, and she can't make it. So lift Miss Vicky up so she gets better. So we have a dynamic show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And this is wonderful. I'm really excited because this Ralph brings back memories, right? Okay, so this first young lady, I heard her speak, and I was like, what? I must go and follow her. It was at the Doc bookstore years and years and years ago. Maybe not that many years ago. About, what, 5 years ago? It was 5 years ago. Was it 5? It was before the pandemic, because I didn't go anywhere for 4 years. About 7 years ago. And she was amazing. And I said, oh my goodness, where do you find this person that writes? So I'm not going to hold you up. She is a nationally acclaimed artist. And she got her own music, somebody do that. Show her some love as she comes, y'all. Lyrique Jaye!
Greetings, everyone. I've been practicing all day and with my speaker, and now the battery is low. So I may have to play it from my phone when it dies. As a poet, I cannot talk about the triumph, every triumph we go through, without talking about the struggles before the triumph. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, beloved communities, and to the Holy Ghost of our ancestors, tonight we gather at banks of rivers, flowing with ancient spirits from the Harlem Renaissance, as we stand on edge of cultural rebaptism. Join us in sacred testimonies. Where waters have been summoned to wash over us, come, give me your hand. Lean back in the storytelling of our history. As long as these pages hold me, I will hold you underwater of reflections, so you can see the light of our past and the shadows of our ancestors, reminding us, preserve the path they paved. Tell of the trials and tribulations, talk of the traumas submerged, the drowned memories, the silent cries, buried echoes. Lay your branches of testimonials on the altar so the roots of their struggles can be heard. In this sacred place, we nosedive deep into Harlem Renaissance, where struggle begat blues, and blues begat jazz, and jazz begat revolutions. If weeping endures for a night, Harlem Renaissance be the joy that came in the morning. Harlem Renaissance be the phoenix rising from ashes of crackling whips, ashes from signs screaming whites only, ashes from fearful hearts pounding themselves to death. Homes burned, communities bombed, even churches aren't safe. Bodies buried, but faded ropes still hanging, twisted with guilt from southern sins. Come, let us submerge ourselves beneath the surface to experience the Underground Railroad. Let's Harriet Tubman to free land. Sometimes the safest spaces are underground. And water is where we see Jehovah guiding us over, but not before he takes our breath away. To fill our lungs with his own, to remind us of our divine connection. They call our strength resilience, but the way we resurrect is godly. Comes from knowing there is something greater than ourselves. Come. Allow sanctified streams to wash over us, cleansing and renewing as we emerge in smoky jazz clubs and front rows of big band orchestras dressed in short tailored suits. Couples twirl across golden saxophones. Trumpets cut off conversations. The drummer beating on defibrillator pads placed on the heart of Harlem to restore rhythm. For every experience, you receive a bill for this holiday where some lady sings the blues. The conductor stands, black tailcoat, white crisp shirt, black bow tie, baton in hand. When lifted, he creates unity. Women glide in gowns drifting to the floor. Men wearing tuxedos that fit like skin, where the only thing sagging were economic opportunities. They could not pull up with Southern Bible belts, wrapping us beneath the Gulf, coasting in liquid graves where soon-to-be slaves would rather drown in waves to freedom than die in waves. America's brutal history. Water be transitional, swallowed many secrets, where the past bridges the present come. You will not physically drown, but you will emerge brand new in the name of representation, gratitude, and the spirit of truth, giving credit where credit is due. I open the doors of this church, and I invite you to keep your eyes open under the waters of creativity. Bubbles will surround the lost and drowned, but your deep love for the arts will bring you back. This be holy ground, no veils, but I confess, if you don't know your history, you are bound to repeat it. So we roll back time, where art and struggle did not inspire you to take life, but to give life. Tonight, these waters will cleanse, baptizing each of us in the tears and sweat of black artists, watching white artists receive accolades for black contributions, who dare to dream, to create, to redefine our narrative. As you step beneath this wave of inspiration, know that the old you will swim away, replaced by a renewed spirit, a voice unafraid to turn the radio station, look for the brass section, foot tapping, cymbals clicking, drums sound like thunder turning rain into sunshine. People of color must have been the first people to turn lemon into lemonade. Side note, I really did read that the use of lemons to make a refreshing drink really did come from Egypt back in the 14th century. People of color been turning lemons into lemonade, water into wine, playing hope in thirsty fields, buried as the presence of African Americans in white narratives of the Bible. Can you feel the tears running down the spine of African American books being washed out of educational programs? Can you feel the presence? No problem. This water is just now warming up, stirring and swirling for healing, for unity, for appreciation of our ancestors. Wade in the water, children. The code song for the Underground Railroad, encouraging escaping slaves to move the water to evade capture. And the Renaissance began with artists moving north to escape Jim Crow. And the same water eventually moved them from Harlem to history books. And tonight, I hear the whispers flowing from the ancestors, calling us back to pay homage. So by the right of the Harlem Renaissance invested in me and you and every dream of that legacy, we are baptizing in narratives that fit our identity. Take a deep breath, hold your nose, and jump in. The water is not for our drowning, it is for our deliverance. Thank you. This next poem was inspired by their eyes were watching God. They say behind every strong woman is a story. But sometimes the story is a nightmare. Just an act of strength built on silent fears where every smile is a mask. I am the echo of my ancestors, a collection of experiences scattered in a world that demands I be more, I be less, but I never just be. Caught in the struggle of a voice that shouts, yet feels unheard. A phoenix that rises but still carries the ashes. They say love means sacrifice, but what if you lose yourself? Where my laughter is the best performance I give. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but what if my survival feels like the death of me? What if living for you makes me forget the own sound of my heartbeat? They say you can't pour from an empty cup, but what if my cup is cracked? Only leaking drops of love while I'm still expected to feel others. I am the river that flows both ways. The giver, the seeker, the light, the shadow, the nurturer, rarely nurtured. A struggle between strength and vulnerability. They say you must love yourself first. But how do I grow love in a garden of thorns? When the petals of self-worth have been trampled, I am the wildflower pushing through concrete. Seeking sunlight, my eyes fixed on the horizon, like Janie from their eyes were watching God, who learned that the horizon holds the promise of freedom. As she whispered to the wind, knowing all along that our eyes are always watching, searching for the truth. Lies beyond the surface, growing in the cracks where resilience takes root, and I'm learning slowly to nurture my own growth. So here I stand, a collection of fractured pieces, searching for the glue that holds my spirit, a warrior tired of fighting battles that are not my own, ready to reclaim the autonomy that has always been my birthright. I am not just a story, I am a movement, a testament to the truth that says I am more than what you see. I'm more than your narrative. I'm more than what you need. Thank you. Like I always say, I cannot talk about, as a poet, I cannot talk about the triumphs without talking about the struggles. And they say every journey starts with the first step. Oftentimes, that step feels like the jump from life. Even when life leaves us chained to history, where the powers that be in charge break us, put us back together again, break us, put us back together again, enslaved us, emancipated us with Jim Crow laws, burned our communities, gave us public apologies sometimes, killed Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Let us keep Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, and Lil Mama. And I'm not saying I don't listen to some of their music here and there, but you can only break us and put us back together so many times until the pieces no longer fit. From burning down our legacies and leaving us with ashes, the flood of addiction, uprooting treatment centers to plant more prisons, and when we cry out Black Lives Matter, they call us extremists. For calling them out on centuries of the mistreatment of us. To keep the narrative that aligns with one race, self-appointed dominance. But we still find beauty in the cracks of ourselves. We find comfort in uncomfortable spots, peace in chaos, joy in sorrow. We found silence be shield in the South. Humbleness be the currency of surviving, tying our tongues in knots of PTSD, stuttering from loss of identities, combined a language of submission. Bowed heads testifies to the struggle. Eyes on the ground, take your soul off the sidewalk, put it in the street so privilege can walk by. They say every journey begins with a step of faith, even when the ground beneath you has anxiety. Sounds like dancing on a tightrope, but at least you know that the fabric of whips have been twisted into safety nets of possibility. How do you stop an eagle from flying? Clip its wings, teach it cannot fly until it no longer knows freedom, like the enslavement of an indigenous race. Now having to escape the brutality of a sun that once kissed its skin, having to leap from fields of pain, leaving behind sacks of sweat where the sun beats down endless days of hypocrisy. They knew they must join the great migration to the north, run over cotton fields to catch the next train, with dreams and determination wanting to replace black coals with city lights. And then there were some that walked, driven by the fuel of ambition, every step longing to chart new courses. Others traveled by bus, with stories jumbled inside bags, with suitcases full of dreams. Harlem welcomed the migration like an old friend, with arms wide open, ready to hold the stories they carried. They became the writers of their own narrative. Building bridges from the ashes of yesterdays, sharing courage and hope, transforming pain into art where the sun shines just as bright as it did in the South, but not as harsh. Harlem celebrating their presence, welcoming a people from an old existence to life. And the sun just didn't rise, it had a dance. The way it pranced around the city, artists standing underneath the streetlights, shadows became muses, inspiring verses flowing like rivers. Imagine the sound of footsteps pounding the streets like palpitations. Everyone has a heartbeat, a declaration, a promise that the past will not define, that roots cannot and will not grow. But it will grow when we plant the seeds. Even if we plant the seeds in concrete, the flowers can bloom in the cracks of despair. They will no longer be the target but the archer, with eyes focused and steady hands drawing back the bowstring of potential. And now when they put their soul in the street, it's not a mockery, it's a celebration. No longer passive participants, but conscious creators. They are storytellers of their own journeys, no longer confined to the margins, but taking center stage, celebrating their culture, and influencing the world with their voices. And in Harlem, they found purpose that resonated with the struggles of their souls. A place where the earth tasted like freedom, where the nights were alive with the sound of equality. No sambos and Uncle Toms from Uncle Tom's cabin. They're singing songs celebrating life-like representations, like a choir rising from the ashes of yesterday. So here they are, roses blooming from concrete, each petal a poem, each thorn a lesson, reminding us that beauty can emerge from struggle, that the journey is not just about the destination, but about the roots we plant along the way. So let us remember this great migration that showed the world, first, Black Lives Matter. I guess we can show it, we just can't see it. Don't want us to wake up the dead. Let us remember this great migration, crediting Black art to its creator. Every deception supporting separate but equal, every act of discrimination, every culture appropriation, every church bomb, every community set on fire led to this great migration that will become the Harlem Renaissance, where Black dreams will not be stolen as much. Thank you. I was actually inspired to write this, thinking about Curtis King, Black Academy of Arts. And like I said, I say it all the time, I cannot talk about triumph without talking about the struggle. And the water for the baptism flow, where rivers route the rise for dreams to sail into reality. From cold water from Mississippi, water so cold it is where struggle chills. Water so cold it wakes our grit. Want to see if we still turn hardships into cruises, rivers into swimming pools, for we have unique ways of wearing smiles over frowns and jokes over sorrow. And we drop so many tears. We learned early how to walk on water, Peter, patter, mustard seeds, sounds like faith, like a Black man rising from cold water, a king named Curtis, covered with streams of ideas, tidal waves of action cascading off his divine shoulders into waterfalls. Skin glistens like diamonds because he was built from pressure. His melanin blessed by the southern streams, thickening skin to wear negativity, criticism, and rejection on the outside, so it doesn't hurt him on the inside. Immaculate fingers touch soil with potential, it gives birth. Soul transforming, he might turn you into what you think of him. Eyes like fire, blazing from the furnace of life. You can see the reflection of creativity and Black pride in his eyes. Where dreams turned into wishing wells, where only a king named Curtis could turn pennies into mustard seeds, where a Black man turns $250 into 250,000 square feet of stages, feeding multitudes, transforming pain into purpose, turning history into hope, like Moses parting the Red Sea, creating a path to freedom from the raging waters of limited exposure. From the banks of Mississippi to the levees of Dallas, where ambition surged like a mighty flood, carving out a continuum of the Harlem Renaissance, with the weight of every past and present future artist's dream in his pocket, including mine, B.Randall, Jolie, and all the artists that will grace the stage tonight. We are not just standing on stages, we are standing on backs of giants, fighting continued racial disparities, We stand on the backs of visionaries. Each performance is a tribute to the artists of the Harlem Renaissance. We honor the weight of their struggles and the beauty of their triumphs. For we are dreams from legacies. And we stand around the river, hoping to catch their reflection. We stand around rivers, flooding with honor and recognition. We see you, Duke Ellington, Zora Neale Hurston, Langston Hughes, Nina Simone. We see you. As we try to keep our heads above the waters in our performance. As we create powerful ties of expression and connection that carries us all back to the Renaissance, an ocean filled with Black artists. And while we are here, I hope you all get soaked in our stories, in the emotion of our characters, and the legacy we honor. I hope you all get soaked. So you have to go home and change clothes, change your radio station, change your playlist, change your mind. I hope you all get soaked. Thank you.
Okay, so I back there crying and stuff. Oh my gosh, girl. Lyrique Jaye, y'all. Lyrique Jaye. Wow. That girl said something about, did you see the tears rolling off the backbone? Is that what you said?
Of the African American group that have been taken out of history class.
Oh. Man, I wish you were like AI, and then I could just write. I could write like that, right? All right. This next young man, I actually met him on stage at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters when I was hosting Poetry Smash, correct? And so he's been around for about 6 years. So he is he's been out and about lately doing his thing as a band. Since I've known him, he was like 18, knowing him now he's 25. That's how they do. They grow up. Can't stop them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mic, Mr. Brenden Lewis.
Decompose the thoughts of fear as I ask you my purposes. Not really thinking but feeling as I question. I heard them in, how the thoughts trap my mind's blank. I see what's hope. Anxiety has me unleash these feelings. Doubtful hurt when they decided about releasing the grief. Deep breaths has me thinking of secret. I keep repeating the secrets. I wonder how to heal when no one else is asking for realness. Audible habits as I move into the danger zone. Not really thinking the scheming about the shade of it. I ask my questions to see how my brain is going. Happy thoughts and happy habits inspire my nature walks. He's out of his way, he's seeing himself. Holding his hands, he's healing himself. Wondering daily on the latest in his freedom himself. Asking breath when no one else is asking something about me. I give you 21 reasons to keep breaking this session. The second, the fearless only leading the one. I gotta stay strapped to the path like Martin King. The vision of the stage with homes inspired by friends. I keep thinking. Feeling the ideas flowing in emotions. Having the purpose inside the shoulders, no shit by men that seeking hope. Keep reaching. We show them the way to the cookie, but then it crumbles because they keep feeling. This shit is addictive. I told people in the trilogy I needed a pot to piss in. I asked for a better sense of direction in 2020. purging my body toward the bold commodes I had a belly. Sitting on cliffs with myself, it was a turn. I never knew I needed a lot, I just felt comfortable. But really, I was just complacent. Found myself alone in the journey, then I seen that it was me that I'm chasing. I mean, no bag is more worth than dirt, no matter the life you live. What's the point if you can't save yourself? Incinerated to the patience. I'm feeling better than taking. I'm trying to build a legacy, and that shit seems dangerous. Finding myself esteeming better deep in my home. I left my heart to my mind, hoping earlier on that it would feed my soul. But I'm already knowing this how it goes. Surrounding myself with passion, because this shit is ethereal. If I can't make a living on being complex and simple, then fuck it, I don't need to be living. Because it seems to me that these things deserve my attention. I mean, these are vibes I'm spitting, and no need to force it through. I glide around these words like a Beyblade in the Super Bowl, and I know that I'm winning. I got a hope to be with. I'm never lacking in mission. My misery is predicated on me living in ignorance. I give you 21 reasons to keep breaking the section. The second, the fearless on the lead the winner. I gotta stay strapped to the path like Barbara. Envision the big stage with homies inspired friends. I keep feeling the ideas flowing in devotions. Having a purpose inside the shows and the ship. There's shows and the ship I'm in that seat. Those will keep with you. I show them the way to the cookie, but then it crumbs because they keep. Like I said, I mean, this shit is addictive. I told people in the trilogy I needed a pot to piss in. Thank you, guys. My grip strength is over right now because my palms are sweating. These weak arms. All right, it's not working. I'm just going to flip it.
It's not going down?
It's not going down for me. How y'all doing today? Don't stop, don't stop. Get around and pause for yourselves. Thank you. Nah, see, you see, I was walking around my mother, right? All right, no, for real. So look. So this show had been on my mind for a minute. And I was like, I gotta make sure I have this going. So I'm gonna do one more piece. I got time for a piece? And Don't stop. All right, let me see. Because at first I had like a nice setup. But I think this time I'm gonna brief in this journey. I never do. I'm very private. I bullshit you now. Huh? No. That's Terry Steve. You gotta stay right there. You like my little audience. Like I said, I bullshit you now. All right, so right now I'm currently working on a bigger project. I'm going to be debuting it at Mountain View on February 28th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is a project that's been a few years in the making, honestly. Typically what I do, you guys familiar with Kendrick, right? Kendrick Lamar, right? So he does a thing called like the Heart series, right? Now, I didn't know he was really doing this until I knew he was doing this. And something that I do myself, I release a thing called the trilogy before I do a bigger project. So I was referring to that last piece when I said I told people the trilogy I think pops this, because I did. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a piece into the vulnerability to be a wallflower, which is the big name for the project. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. How many times will I arrive for you to be present? Showing up at your doorstep, yet you're not even ready. I asked you about 10 times you come outside, you kept playing with me. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. How many times will I arrive at your doorstep for you not to be present? I can't take this shit. I'm pissed off. That's honest. What's the point of this? I keep asking for reasons, but it feels like you're not even hearing me. Heeding my wishes with willful intentions. Boasting about your latest comic book line, yet you're not even paying me a visit. Fuck your proceeds, fuck your narrative. What's the point if you ain't even going to step to God to see how you're wearing them? How many times will I arrive for you not to be present? Passing up on your lessons, that shit's heavy. Why keep confusing yourself a man, yet you can't understand the things that you win? Choosing a narrative to label with, I guess it's imperative. Hopping on to ideals of another man, I deem it demon hysteria. Dehumanizing and embarrassing. Always confirm the latest, but what was the last thing you said before saying amen? Not reminiscing on your intentions. I guess it's impossible for you to live with. I see past these tendencies has me thinking that you need somebody to visit. Come over and kick it. Vibes and chill shit. Hopefully we can finally see some things on this visit. It makes no sense. Let it make sense now, because I know. It's dangerous outside, and it's also dangerous while on the phone. No disguise can hide the voice I hear you from. Feeling locked inside, only a corner to it. I mean, it's the shit that I've seen. I mean, I've seen it on your face, you're tired. You're not even saving the face for grace. Take the wig off, I'm trying to see how to help replace the fate. Please believe me, I really want to see something. I hope I can love you better than the last person that did. The last time that you did. I hope we can revisit some memories of the things we used to. I hope I can leave you better in the next moves, knowing that you won't know if you're actually running from something. I just need to know if you want something. I'm just trying to define something. I can't be the only one going on this road. It's a lonely journey. Thank you.
Brenden Lewis, y'all. And his mullet. I didn't even know you could buy a wig that was a mullet. Amazon sells mullets. Who even thinks gee, you know what? I want a wig. How about a mullet? That never happens. I'm glad that. Thank you for that. Are y'all still good? All right. Our last performer is amazing. She, the first time I saw her was here at this stage. She is hiding in the background because I didn't know she was as amazing as she is now. But I thought, she's a great poet, and then I don't think I saw you again. Maybe the pandemic happened, we'll pretend. Pandemic happened. Ladies and gentlemen, she is not only a poet, she is an amazing vocalist. Show us some love as she comes. She is Mz Jolie.
Welcome to the Roaring 20s. This is a new Negro movement where we picked ourselves up by our own bootstraps and we picked up our pen and Zora Neale Hurston ourselves into fame. This was the ultimate for us, by us movement. Now, we, back in that day, circulated our own black dollar. Their eyes were watching God, a recount of a true love story gone right after going wrong for so long. Have you ever had everything you ever wanted and watched your dream die? But how will we know with Jim Crow in our necks? Trying to keep us separate but unequal. For a time, you can see only us and only us. Negroes came to the North in droves, looking for a better life, trying to fight off oppression but couldn't escape their own mentality. Now, they heard about the happenings in New York. You could be what you wanted. So you can have a halfway decent wage, or you can watch Ma Rainey sing about her fat black bottom on a matinee on a Sunday. We are the trendsetters. High fashion, the epitome of the freed Negro's dream. Here you can be whatever you choose, whether it is a poet, a dancer, or a lady who sings the blues. We got spunk and talent, bold and authentic. We got that sauce. We're going to take a moment of silence for the ones who came before us. I now welcome you to the Black Renaissance. All right. Tell me, what is a woman of color to you? The very elements I'm made of are the same that destroy you. The very air I breathe seems dirty and polluted to you. If you feel that I'm too out of line, then maybe I should put you in a search. Please tell me it did not take the birth of Zora Neale Hurston for you to discover a woman's worth. I am strength. I'm the cure when you're sick. I'm the pain that ails you. I'm the cause of what you go through. I'm your pillow to lean on. In times of trouble, I'm who you call on. I'm your justice when you're in the wrong. I'm the inspiration to your every love song. I'm the one who told you to have a backup plan. I'm the one who told you to hold on to God's unchanging hand. I am the fire that quenches your every desire. I'm your cool glass of water when you're dehydrated and tired. I'm your shelter from the rain. Your joy when you feel pain. Your relief when all your friends left you out to hang. I'm all the joy, pain, spite, and hate you feel. But I'm also the time that it took for you to heal. I'm real. I'm the silence before the kill. I'm the prayer before your last meal. I'm the one who told you to take a stand. I'm the one who taught you right from wrong when your father didn't know how to be a man. Stop faking, time's wasted. What is the priority to you? Why don't you sit back and contemplate you and like me on what a woman of color is to you? Let's go. She doesn't feel like a motherless child growing up in my home, growing up in my home. Things a good mother should never say. I despise my own child. I never wanted her in the first place. My body protested when I tried to get rid of her. I guess she had more rights to live than I did to my own body. All of these mixed emotions about my own child. One day, I will tell her, it's not you. It's the replica of his likeness on your face that I have to wake up every morning and confront my rapist's face, giving me a piece of him that I didn't want, forced to confront him often because despite my best efforts, he has rights, like I didn't to my body. He feels like because he had to register as a sex offender, that his life was changed forever like my life wasn't. He feels like all the good that he does should cause me to overlook his one bad decision because he paid his debt to society. I said, but what about your debt to me? You invaded my body, deposited your sorrow, leaving me to give birth to my wildest nightmares. I've never spoken ill of him to his seed. She doesn't quite feel at ease around him. Can't quite put her heart on it. Sometimes when she does something particularly evil, it's like the devil himself. I mean, her father stirs behind her eyes, but they can be interchangeable or the same depending on your perspective. That's why we pray every night that God delivers us from evil. I teach her self-defense of her mind as well as her body. Don't want her to be a product of her upbringing or let his story repeat himself. Didn't want her to grow up angry or bitter because of me. So this is me saying in a room full of strangers something that I can't tell my own daughter. Praying I'm a good enough actress so that she'll never notice. And I pray she doesn't feel like a motherless child growing up in my home, growing up in a room full of my peers, all male, all white, all judging, all trying to convince me that this is a safe space to reveal my darkest moments. But how am I healing by revisiting rock bottom? In fact, me reliving my trauma pushes me that much closer to insanity. They nod their heads, encouraging me to speak. My heart says let's take flight, but my mind says we can reveal the safe parts about my addiction. Me, homeless, me being raped, and getting back on my feet are all safe subjects. I don't mention the unsafe sex, that my body count more than doubles my age, or that my bedroom has revolving doors. I don't lie to myself, so I'm not gonna start by lying to them. But I lied with them and I blamed it on the addiction. I'm a bad mother addiction. I didn't take my meds addiction. I didn't go to therapy addiction. You see, I got my scapegoat down, but not my recovery. I call my addiction a tripod, because that third leg is addicting. I avoid my sponsor like the plague. She has too many questions, simple ones that I can't answer, like, where's your faith? Where's your self-worth? I told her that I misplaced them both, and I was also trying to find, what is it about me that suggests to my partners that I don't love myself, so you don't have to either. But the lost and found came up empty, leaving me clueless, so I Stacey dashed 24 days to make it all right. But it felt wrong. My conviction is a silent killer, slowly strangling my choices away from me. So here I stand, back in this room full of my peers, not sure if I can connect with them or relate to them, but listen, something gotta give before life teaches me another hard lesson. Again, I pray that I never get so far out there that God is unwilling to bring me back, looking for one more chance to make things right, using my body as living sacrifice. My name is Jolie, and I'm so excited. All right, let's see if I can remember this. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Jeremiah 1:5. Before you were born in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you to be a prophet to the nations. But what if God was water? Would it make sense that a child meets God before they meet their own mother? How God is omnipresent, surrounding them from the moment they are formed in the womb. Or how God perceives the blessing that he trusts us and blesses us with. Or you see how the first miracle was turning water into wine? Or how he destroyed the water just so you can see God's range? Or how we are literally made in his image if we are made up of over 90% water? Or how it makes everything grow? How we feel refreshed after bathing in water? Or how water has no gender, it just fills the vessel that needs to be used for its edification? Or how beautifully it flows, how it touches the light and makes beautiful rainbows? Just to let you know that only something that's beautiful can come after God. Or when a thunderstorm will come down and my nana will say, be still because God is working. If I can be planted like a tree by the water, even the bridge over troubled water blesses. When you have a wound, you pour water over it before you address the damage. So you literally pour God over your situation before you address it. We bless water even though it doesn't need to be deemed holy, but yet we still bless the blessing. And because I'm made in my Father's image, how can I be anything but great, stunning, intelligent? How could I not be? I have my Father's traits, so they all want to ride this wave. I greet God at the beginning of each day. Let him feel me. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. It would all make sense if God was water. I'm Mz
Mz Jolie, y'all. Oh wow, oh wow. I know that we did a little time crunch there. I'm so sorry. I talked too long. Anyway, y'all good?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm B.Randall. Thank you so much. Heavenly, thank you. Alpha-Jury. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, thank you, Mz Jolie. But thank you, Lyrique Jaye. Thank you, Brenden. I'm missing somebody. Thank you, I already said Heavenly. You got enough fan, Heavenly. View. Somebody, and Ralphie. Somebody said Lyrique Jaye. I did Lyrique Jaye already. I got them all in. I thank you guys so much. It's been so wonderful. You guys are so talented and gifted. Show them some love again. So listen, I hope we're gonna have to do a verse and rhythm. Let's talk them into doing that. Because I would love to do this. Every year I quit. For the past 10 years I've been quitting hosting because I'm like, I want to do my own stuff. So anyways, y'all was doing this announcement. So listen, so I do this bit called Poets Prom. And yeah, you just get to come and dance. We're just there. We don't get to do it. We don't get to wear nice clothes. We just get to, we in t-shirts. When y'all call us, we're like, yeah, I'm gonna get there. So, at any rate, look on that little window on the website. My name is B.Randall. I think it's the host B.Randall on Instagram or the host B on Facebook. I don't know. It's probably Brenda Randall. It is Brenda Randall. It's me doing like this. And I think I have makeup on that picture or whatever, which is a rarity. Except unless one of y'all's great uncles show up, I will put the makeup on and stuff. And comb my hair, but not wear a hat. So I work for the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. I am the audience development and group sales coordinator. And so I do have in my pocket some of these little, whatever, you can just see what's going on. Because Black Academy of Arts and Letters has been around for 48 years. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Lots of great things. Our 42nd MLK movement concert is coming up on the 17th. Get your tickets if you can. What's the guy's name that's going to be there? He's hot. He's my age. Let's see, his name is... He's really good looking. He doesn't like to wear shoes. Eric Benet. Yes, he doesn't like to wear shoes. I should just say one of Halle Berry's men. So anyway, I have a few of these or whatever. Thank you. Where did you go, Andrea? Andrea? Once again, to the Oak Cliff Cultural Center, thank you so much for inviting us. Get to know some of these poets, people, and invite them places or whatever. I'm their agent. But yeah, get involved. I'm just so excited about them. One of my, there's like, I do In the Words of a Sistah, which is an all-female poetry show. So this season, if I can squeeze it in, is going to be individual shows. So you've just seen a sample of 2 of them. All right? So at any rate, Andrea, back to you. Show us some love as she comes, y'all. Andrea's an artist, by the way. She's amazing. She's an artist. Visual artist.
Give it up again for everybody that presented today. What a wonderful, fitting way to honor Zora Neale Hurston today. Thank y'all again so much. I was touched by everyone's presentations. Thank you so much. You can snap it up. All right, and again, just make yourselves comfortable for a little bit, and at 7 p.m. we're gonna have a live performance by Kamika King to close out the evening. And for those of you that I didn't tell already, there's information about the show here in this space. A Letitia Huckabee show on the podium there and on the back wall there. And then we still have the show, Right to Me in the gallery, and there are still refreshments available. So if you're feeling like you need to have a little bit of something to eat before you head to dinner or something after the rest of the Zora Neale Hurston Festival, please continue to enjoy the refreshments. And then, yeah, we'll get started back here about 7 o'clock. Thank y'all so much.
My next open mic at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters is Thursday, I want to say it's the 6th of February. Look on, just go online or whatever. Come, guys, you know, it's like $10 or whatever. Come, check it out. I need some young people in the life.